Hello, everybody. This is Attorney Sharparali, and I am going to talk a little bit about grounds of inadmissibility in the light of the situation with the Zika virus. As you know, we have a really a very bad situation going on around the world, especially South America and countries where they have mosquitoes, but not only mosquitoes, but also now they just found out it's sexually transmissible. The Zika virus has become a real worry for many people around the world, and ultimately it is going to become a ground of inadmissibility possibly for the USCIS. We have not seen in many cases right now coming up with that, but if you analyze it under the US code, under the 212 ground of inadmissibility, which is based on health, 212 section 1A 1 capital A small I, and there is a potential for inadmissibility based on the Zika virus. If you read it, it is codified under 8 US Code 1182 under inadmissible aliens, and these are based on the health-related grounds. An alien who is determined in accordance with regulation prescribed by the Secretary of Health and Human Services to have communicable diseases of public health significance. And as you know right now, Zika virus is big. They recently just found that we're having 14 cases already in America, and is growing. And for those who don't know, the Zika virus is transmissible mainly by a mosquito, but it's also transmissible sexually right now, and they just found out that this is something big. And now you can Google it and you will find out. I'm not putting the link on this. I will probably put a link on Wikipedia on this, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the health related issues and the grounds of inadmissibility under the 212A. And except provided in subparagraph C, who seeks admission as an immigrant or who seeks adjustment, I'm continuing basically what is said here, an alien who is determined to have communicable diseases of public health significance is inadmissible except as provided in subparagraph C, who seeks admission as an immigrant or seeks adjustment to the status of an alien lawfully admitted for permanent residence and who has failed to present documentation of having received vaccination against vaccine-preventable diseases, which should include at least the following diseases: mumps, measles, rubella, polio, tetanus, and diphtheria, toxoids, pertussis, influenza type B, and hepatitis B, and other vaccination against vaccine-preventable diseases recommended by the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices. Now, the problem that we are facing for the Zika virus, there's no vaccine yet. So what do we do? As you can see here, if you have a vaccine for it, you will be okay. But in this case, what happened if you don't have a vaccine? And some of those basically diseases, I don't even know how to pronounce them. As for the Zika virus, so what will happen? So they will be inadmissible until they find some kind of ways to block basically to vaccine those candidates to come to the United States. So I am preparing myself to see that the Zika virus will be a reason for the State Department to deny entry to United States for many people whose country is being basically as something basically affected by the Zika virus. So let us be ready for that. Unfortunately, like I said, it is not transmissible. It is not. There's no vaccine for it, and before it was purely the mosquitoes. So they couldn't make the mosquitoes inadmissible, of course. But since it is sexually transmissible now, then we are seeing some kind of other problems coming up. So I'm expecting that the health department and also the State Department are going to start using this as a tool to basically block people from entering the United States. So now, since many of those have a waiver for it, the question is that the waiver is what we call the 212 waiver. For health is a 212 and a D3 waiver, which is a non-immigrant visa, and the 212G, which is basically the 601 also waiver if you're filing for the immigrant visa, like the permanent residence. But the question is that since the Zika virus has no vaccine, and since we are seeing that now it is transmissible sexually, what is going to happen next? They have not really started using the Zika virus as a tool to block people, but I'm pretty sure it's coming soon. The way it's becoming the talk of the world now in terms of virus, and even the Olympic Games in Brazil is in jeopardy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Zika virus, and also talk about the 212 waiver. But at this point, if you need a 212 waiver on some other grounds of inadmissibility, you can call us at 510-742-5887. Thank you very much for listening, and anything I told you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. Thank you.